A country music star has died following a chaotic and bizarre situation that recently unfolded, leading to his arrest and hospitalization. Here's what we know. The country music world is in shock following the death of legendary songwriter Todd Snider at just 59 years old. But this isn't just a simple story. Snider's passing comes just 2 weeks after a bizarre and chaotic incident in Salt Lake City that involved a violent assault, a hospital stay, and his own arrest. First, the heartbreaking news: Snider's team just confirmed his death a short time ago, stating that he passed away yesterday. In a statement, his label called him their folk hero and poet of the world, writing, "Where do we find the words for the one who always had the right words, who knew how to distill everything down to its essence with words and song? He relayed so much tenderness and sensitivity through his songs and showed many of us how to look at the world through a different lens." Snider was a true songwriter, a troubadour, mentored by giants like John Prine and Jerry Jeff Walker. His 2004 album, East Nashville Skyline, is considered a cornerstone of the entire Americana movement. But this is where the story takes a dark and confusing turn. His death is the final chapter in a deeply troubling 2 week stretch. It all started earlier this month around November 3rd when Snider's team abruptly canceled his tour. The reason given was shocking. They claimed Todd had been the victim of a violent assault outside of his hotel in Salt Lake City and had sustained severe injuries. That alone is awful, but then the other side of the story emerged. It turns out Todd Snider was arrested in Salt Lake City, not for assault, but after this alleged incident. He was booked on charges of disorderly conduct, threats of violence, and trespassing. Now, here's what we pieced together from police reports and local news. Snider was taken to the hospital for injuries he sustained. That part seems true. But after he was treated and discharged, he allegedly got into a major argument with hospital staff, insisting he wasn't ready to leave. Reports say he was yelling and cursing, was told to leave, and then returned to the hospital, where he allegedly threatened a staff member, saying, "I will kick your ass." That's when police were called, and he was the one arrested. So what about that violent assault that his team mentioned? Well, Salt Lake City police have stated they don't have a record of an assault at his hotel. Another local police department was called to the venue about an alleged assault, but they said they've got limited information and couldn't really determine what happened. It's really an odd mystery. We don't know if the assault was real or if it was some form of confusion. And after that whole mess, Snider was released and returned home to Tennessee. But then a troubling update just yesterday, after he got home, his team revealed in a statement he began having trouble breathing and was taken back to a hospital. That's when doctors diagnosed him with a previously, quote, undiagnosed case of walking pneumonia. The statement said that his condition had become more complicated, and he passed away just later that day. We're left here now with the tragic situation. A beloved musician is dead from pneumonia, but it happened in the immediate aftermath of a chaotic, public, and violent incident that is still completely unexplained. No official cause of death at this time has been released. We're sending our thoughts and prayers out to the family and friends of this beloved country artist, Todd Snider. Rest in peace.